With this video, we're going to make a hex which is circumscribed about the outside of the circle. If you have to make a hex a given distance across the flats, you'll want it circumscribed on the outside of a circle. So to get started, we'll start with center lines already drawn to identify the center point of the circle. And let's just say that we want a hex that's that distance across the flats. Just identify that. So the first thing we'll have to do is identify the radius of the circle. So what we'll do is use our compass to bisect this line so that we can identify the radius of the circle. So we set our compass greater than half the distance in line, swing an arc, without adjusting the compass, move it to the other end of the line, swing an arc, and then draw a line between where the intersections of those two arcs. And that bisects that line, and we should now be able to set our compass at the radius of that line. Just double check to make sure we have, yep, like that. And then we will take and set it to the center of our center lines and draw a construction circle, that diameter. Then we will use our 30, 60, 90 triangle as that. We will to create the hex, and we will use our 45, 45, 90 as a sliding triangle base. So I'm going to, and whether you use the 60-degree angle or the 30-degree angle, is just going to change the orientation of your hex. It'll still be a hex if you use your 30, 60, 90. First thing I'm going to do is line this up with the center line. So I'm going to orient it with the center lines. And then I will use my sliding triangle over here. Oops. Reorient it if it slips. Slide it down. And let's see here. Maybe somewhere's in here. Readjust to the base. And then I'm going to use my 30 degrees. I'm going to come over and draw a 30-degree angle just tangent to this side. Now this is a construction line at this point. Same thing on this side, tangent. Now I'm going to take and firmly hold my sliding triangle base down. I'm going to rotate this 180, flip that, and now I'll use the same angle, my 30-degree angle, to draw a tangent line there, construction line. Draw a, oops, now I slid, so I need to reorient this so I can turn this back up. Now let's see, turn it back up and line it up with my vertical line there. That's good. If you draw this tangent, slid again, so I want to make sure that I keep this straight there. If you feel it slide, re-establish your center line. And then I'll use the 90 degree to do the sides. If I had used my 60 degree triangle rather than my 30-degree angle, the hex would just be oriented. I felt it slipped a little bit, so I want to make sure that I'm still aligned with my center line. And again, I'm slipping around. A little tape on the bottom side would help that, but I'm not going to tape mine right now. Vertical line. Now, before I darken these in, I want to take in, first of all, count the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make sure I have 6 sides. Then I'm just going to set my compass to the length of one of the sides and just check to make sure that all of the sides of the triangle are the same length. That will ensure that I didn't make any mistakes and that I have a true hex. And all of them are the side. So now I can clean this up. My first thing is I'm going to darken my object lines, use my heavier pencil, and just go through, darken my object lines with my 0.9mm pencil. And should only go over those lines once. I'm over that one multiple times. I should. Okay, now I'm going to use my eraser and my eraser template to maybe clean up a few of these construction lines. Just briefly, just kind of, you want it to be nice and neat. So I'm just hitting some of these construction lines that extended out. Erase those off of there. Still have one here. Erase that out. And then I'm also going to, I could shorten these up a little bit. Extend about 1/4 inch beyond your object lines. Shorten my center lines up. Yeah. Looks pretty good.